everyone, it's Sarah and welcome to my crochet channel. Today's video we're going to be making a throw blanket and I call it the Variegated Throw Blanket. And the reason is I got an email a few months back and a lady asked me, what do I do with all these beautiful variegated yarns? I've tried many patterns and none of them work. And so this pattern is perfect for any variegated yarn that you might have. And the reason is it's super simple, of course, but also when working with variegated yarns, we have to remember that it's the colors of the yarn that are the star and not the stitch pattern. Now, I know that's not always true. There are some really beautiful things that you can make with variegated yarn. It's just really tricky to find those things that work perfectly. And I think this blanket does. The blanket itself measures about 26 inches wide and about 50 inches long, but it's super easy to adjust to any size throw blanket that you would want. And we'll get into all those sizes and adjustments when we get a little farther on in the video. And as always, the free crochet pattern link is in the notes underneath this video. To make our variegated throw blanket, you're going to need about 10 ounces or more if you want to make it bigger of any medium weight number 4 acrylic yarn. You can also make it out of cotton or wool or whatever you want to make it out of. It can be made in solid colors or stripes. Today we're going to be using this yarn. This is Red Heart Love. The color's called Leisure Stripe, and it is a striping yarn. And I'm using this particular one because I want to use one that makes it easy for you to see the stitch pattern that we're going to be doing. It's not hard, but I want you to be able to see my stitches. We're going to be stitching today with our eye hook, and this eye hook is a 5.50 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle to weave in your ends at the beginning and end, and then you'll need a pair of scissors. Now, go into your yarn stash and grab 2 or 3 skeins of your favorite variegated yarns, and we'll get started. So if you make this throw blanket according to the pattern, you're going to get a blanket that measures about 26 inches wide and about 50 inches in length. And of course, you can adjust it. It's really simple. And the way you do that is the multiples are 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you stitch in your chains in multiples of 8 and then add 8 more at the end. And that's how you do the multiples. 3 chains at the beginning equal 1 inch. 1 row equals 1 inch. So it's super easy to adjust to any size that you need. To begin our blanket, we're going to start with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 80 chains. 80 chains will get you the 26 wide throw blanket. So if you're going to add more, remember, add in multiples of 8 plus an additional 8. And I do recommend that you don't stitch this beginning chain too tightly. So I'm going to chain 80 chains. I've stitched my 80 chains, and something that I do if I'm going to have to chain a long chain is I take stitch markers and I'll mark it every 20 chains. So this is 20, 40, 60, and 80. It's just something I do. It might help you out to not have to keep recounting your chains over and over to know how many that you have. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to place a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. We don't ever count the loop on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, go in the 4th chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2. Our chain 3 here counts as our first double crochet, and then we stitched 1. And now we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in each of the chains across. So just to repeat, 1 double crochet in each chain across. I finished double crocheting all the way across my chain, and you should have 78 double crochets if you're doing according to the pattern. We're going to chain 3, and your chain 3 here and throughout the entire pattern counts as your first double crochet on each row. And what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 5 double crochets. Our chain 3 counted as our first double crochet, and then we stitched 5 more, so that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets. We're going to chain 2. We're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, and then we'll stitch 1 double crochet in the next 6. And this is our repeat for this row. 1 double crochet in the next 6. We're going to chain 2 and skip the next 2. 1 double crochet in the next 6 double crochets. And then again, we'll chain 2 and skip 2 double crochets. There's 4, 5, and 6. Chain 2 and skip 2. And let me show you how this looks. Six double crochets, chain 2, skip 2. 6 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2. 6 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, and repeat all the way across your row. I've completed my repeat of 6 and 2, skip 2. You should end up with 6 double crochets on the end. We're going to chain 3 and turn. And now row 3 is a little bit different, just the beginning and the end. And what we're going to do, remember our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, and we're just going to place 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to repeat what we did on row 1. We're going to chain 2, skip 2, and 1 double crochet in the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, and since we come to our chain 2 here, we're going to place 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. 1 and 2. Then we'll stitch 1 double crochet in the next 2. 1 and 2. And chain 2. And so the way that row 3 will look is we'll have the 2 at the beginning, and then we'll chain 2, and then we'll repeat with the 6, chain 2, skip 2, and the only difference is 2 of our stitches will be stitched in the chain 2 spaces. Chain 2, skip 2, 1 double crochet in the next 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 2. And we'll continue to repeat the 6 with 2, 2 in our chain 2 space, and 2, chain 2, skip 2, and repeat. And we'll repeat this all the way across. When you get to the end of row 3, here's my last 6 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, you'll have 2 stitches left, and we'll place 1 double crochet in those 2 stitches. And chain 3. And so what happens is we have 2 stitches at the beginning and then started our repeat of chain 2, skip 2, and 6 double crochets. And then we ended with 6 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, and 2 double crochets on the end. And one thing to remember is no matter what size you're making, whether you added a bunch of stitches or not, you're always going to have the same amount of stitches that you started with on row 1. It's never going to increase or decrease. All right, so we did our chain 3, and let's turn. All right, again, our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. We'll place a double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2 in the chain 2 space, and then 2 more. Our chain 3 always counts as our first double crochet at the beginning of each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 2, skip 2, and repeat. The next 6 stitches are double crochets. And I think now you're starting to see how the pattern works. And so for row 4, it's going to look like row 2. We have our chain 3 and our 5 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, 6 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, and repeat all the way across our row. So on row 4, you're going to end with 6 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, and end with those 6 double crochets like we did down here. And so what we're going to do is continue to repeat rows 3 and row 4 until it's the length that you want your throw blanket. So if you're following the pattern as written, you're going to be repeating row 3 and row 4 for 45 more rows. But again, you can make it as long as you want, and 1 row equals an inch, and so you can add as many repeats as you would like. So just to repeat, we're repeating row 3 and row 4 45 or more times. Once your blanket is the length that you would like it, we're just going to finish off with a solid row of double crochet so that it matches the end where we began with that solid row of double crochet. So we chain 3 and turn, and of course this is just my swatch, but this is how you would do that last row. Your chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. You'd stitch a double crochet in each of the double crochets, and then you'd stitch 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. Whoops. And that's going to give us a nice solid row of double crochets on the end of our throw blanket. 1 double crochet in each of the double crochets and 2 double crochets in each of the chain 2 spaces. And again, your stitch count is going to be the same as your row 1. We never added or subtracted any stitches. Once you finish this row, you'll be all done, and you can tie off and weave in your blanket and use it or give it to someone you love. And so that's really how easy the variegated throw blanket is to crochet up. It's a great take-along project because it's a simple alternating row repeat, and the yarn itself becomes the star of the pattern, even though the pattern is lots of fun to make. And although I designed it for variegated yarns, this one is the Red Heart Super Saver Sports Team yarn, it can be used for all kinds of colors, solid, stripes, or variegated. And of course, you can make it in any size that you would like.